governor of Colorado. If you are not the governor of Colorado, keep scrolling. Y'all let her out. You gave her clemency because you were pressured from the White House. And you said it was because she was showing remorse, because she regretted her decision to break the law for the consequences of her action. And yet, podcast after podcast after podcast, she sits up here and says that she has no regrets for her decision. She has no regrets for stealing someone's identity, for costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars, for never proving a single claim of the things she made up, of breaking into systems and buildings. She doesn't have a single regret of doing it. And yet, y'all let her out. And she will probably, most likely, still continue to do this and peddle the lies and lies and lies all over the place. And it's, you let her free to do this. And she could have just been sitting there dealing with the consequences of her own action, which she should have absolutely done because her own peers and her own freaking district in a Republican district of conservatives who felt like she absolutely broke the law, held her accountable. But you have bent the damn knee. And now we have to deal with this insufferable, wicked witch of the east, north, south, and west. Lock her up. And she's going to do it again. This is your political moment.
That governor should be voted out of office in the very next election that he's up for. I don't give a shit that he's a Democrat. He should be voted out. That is a shameful move on his part to let Tina Peters out. She tried to steal our election. She tried to help Donald Trump rig the 2020 election. Found guilty by a jury of her peers, as Political Mom said, in a conservative district, in a Republican district. And you let her out. Why? Because you didn't want to hear bad things from Donnie? Because you were trying to get funding for your state? Is that what it was? You were trying to get funding for your state? Why don't you take a look at Illinois, New York, and California, where real Democratic governors stand up to this piece of shit, even though he's threatening withholding funding? Did he give you something personally, Governor? At least tell us he gave you something personally, like a little retirement fund for you to fall back on when you get voted out of office. The Democratic Party needs to find somebody to primary this man if he's going to run again. I don't know if they have, I haven't looked into Colorado law yet. I don't know if he's term limited out and he can't run for office again, or if he does have the ability and intent to run for office again. But if he does, the Democrats should find somebody to primary this guy. I'm sorry, that move alone makes you unfit for office. The fact that you let Tina Peters out, telling the world that you believe that she was remorseful for her actions, while you can see she is clearly not remorseful for her actions, all because you were trying to secure funding from the President of the United States for your state, makes you unfit for office. What are you going to do over the next 2 years? Every time he comes calling, every time he wants another concession from you, every time he wants you to get on your fucking knees again, what are you going to do? You're going to get on your knees every time? That's why you shouldn't be governor of any state.